Hello there. Greetings and hello there to all my Star Wars children, near and far, far and wide, big and small, cats and dogs. Hello, everybody. Good to see you again on another edition of Dad Talks. I'm here today with Beskar Bandito. Say hello, Beskar Bandito.
How's it going, everybody?
I'm sure everybody's doing great. So we're gonna start off right away. I'm looking at your page, your Inquisitor Beskar Bandito. You got Jedi Master Kenobi. You've got a 6-star Executor. You got a Rhodium 3, and you have no guild. I need to know what's going on with that.
So this last TB, I left the guild because I had something come up in life, and I wasn't going to be able to play for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And the guild was great. I didn't want to. I just didn't want to slow them down. So I'm looking for another guild. I'm in the process right now. I have a few offers already, so I will be in the guild soon. It's just looking for the right offer.
All right, I think everybody's been there. Something going on,
Yeah.
on in our life, or our motivations for the game have changed, either to be more motivated or a little bit less motivated. I think it's pretty rare that you just have a huge personality conflict, though that probably happens too. Yeah, you're in a transition time. We've all been there, my friend. Good luck in finding a new guild,
Yes. Thank you.
and hopefully everything's okay in your life too. I know you don't need to get details on that.
Yeah.
Um, so you are at 5 million, and you've got the two light side Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Master Kenobi, and I think you have Profundity in here.
So I just finished the requirements like 2 days after the last event. So I had to wait a whole month, and I will unlock it. Yes, this month.
And isn't it? It comes out in a couple days, right?
Yes,
Okay. So are you gonna go 4-star Profundity? You gonna take it to 5 or 6, or what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna unlock it, and then I'm gonna finish off the executor first, because that's been holding me back in the ROT TBs, not being able to contribute to the fleet side of it.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what's your story? When did you start playing, and why?
So I want to say I started back in like 2017, but I played for like a week. I uninstalled it because I wasn't interested in Star Wars at the time. And then COVID happened, and I binged. I had nothing to do, so I binged all the Star Wars. I watched everything, fell in love with the series, and then I picked up the game again, not knowing anything, and started playing on that same account. And everybody already had like 2 GLs, and I didn't know any better, but I kept playing. I've and at that time, Honor was really the only one that was putting out content, so I watched a few of his videos. I started building a separatist team because that's the faction he said was the best at the time. Uh, until I played about 8 months into it, and then I realized I wasn't playing it right. So at that time, Dark Liquid or DL actually started creating videos. I've been following his content since day one. I watched his very first video, and it was kind of a life changer in terms of the game because I was playing more. I understood it more because the way he explained it as opposed to Arnold, and not to take not take a shot at Arnold. It's just he was way end game, and DL was just starting for it was more new player friendly. So uh, his content I could relate to, and I've been following his channel ever since. Found your channel and a few other YouTubers. So yeah, that's the best part I think about this game is the community. It's just there's so many different people at different levels, but you can still play competitively at every level of the game.
I think you're 100% right there. That the fact that you can be competitive as soon as you get out of level 85, you're in Grand Arena and you're competing. Sometimes it's stupid stuff, you pay those giant accounts or whatever. But
Yeah.
just the fact that you can compete in this game against other people at all levels is what has really kept the game alive. And I've said many times, I think Arnold is a big reason that this game is still going. Um, and I, let's talk about Arnold for a minute. So, I know that he's got some beef with CG, and they get some beef with him, and it kind of goes back and forth. But to me, I view it as like kind of like the press and government, or the way the press is supposed to work with the government. Is there's an adversarial relationship there where they hold each other accountable, and I think that's very similar to what Arnold's got going on with CG right now. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think CG needs Arnold more than Arnold needs CG. Arnold is pretty much the voice of the because people the content or CG will listen to when Arnold has a complaint, or when they're using him as their guinea pig basically for when they launch something. Because as soon as Arnold figures something out, they buff it, or they nerf
Right.
it, or So he's been doing a lot of their test playing for them. Then I don't think he cares because he's getting views and everything from it too. So, but yeah, no, I think CG needs Arnold more than Arnold needs CG at this point.
I think you're right. So I've been saying all this time that CG's test group is just five monkeys sitting around a table. But I think I'm wrong about that. I think Arnold is the CG test group, isn't he?
Yeah, because they know he's gonna go and he's gonna unlock everything to get him to his 7 stars right when they launch it, and he's gonna whale on it so they can get the content. And so they're like, all right, well, if he does it, other people are gonna do it too, because they want to try to be like Arnold, and creates a ripple effect. And I don't think they really see the negative of it because they're just gonna look at the profit side of it. So
Yeah,
it's a business. I get it.
you know what? That's a really good take, and I think that's probably gonna be the title of the video is that Arnold is the new tester. Um, really nice take there. And I think that your journey through the game, how many people have I talked to recently that have said they picked up the game when it first started, or sometime in the past, played it for a month, they're like, whatever, and then fell away from it. And not you are the first person that's mentioned COVID with coming back to the game. A lot of people have said stuff like they were watching Mandalorian or Kenobi or whatever, and they just got kind of excited about the franchise again and came back to the game. I think you might be onto something with the fact that COVID, even though we're really past COVID at this point, we're just dealing with it as something that. But I think you're onto the fact that the last 3 years for all of us, literally almost exactly 3 now, um, it's kind of taken a lot of people because you're sitting at home a lot more, going out a lot less, and you find something you can do in your house.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody was just living on their phones or in front of a screen because that's the only way we can, right? So it kind of and I think CG did a very good thing by doubling the drops, because I remember when I first started, everything was single drop rate, and I think that was a huge shift in momentum towards the right direction for the game.
I think you're right, and I've even made videos about people talking about coming back to the game. I think that deserves something. People are coming back to the game. All right, I like that. Um, yeah, I like that. Good take there, man. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. So before I ask you what the heck is going on with your Sith Empire team, so hold on. What's your story with Star Wars? Why do you love Star Wars?
So I hated Star Wars growing up. I was more of a sports junkie. I wasn't very athletic, but I knew every stat, every player, every team. I followed basketball, baseball, football, everything, and I always just looked at Star Wars as kind of a nerdy thing. Even though I'm a nerd myself, I was very analytical, but I just like I wasn't interested in it. But like I said, COVID happened, and then Mandalorian came out, and my daughter loved Baby Yoda, so we started watching it together, and we watched all of the Star Wars together. We watched even like Rebels and Clone Wars. So, and my kid has a big part of as to why we both like Star Wars so much now. So,
The story I have yet to do a dad talk with anybody where it's not a family story in some way. That Star Wars is not
yeah,
their family story. That's how old is
yeah,
your
and
daughter?
my daughter she just turned 7. So,
Okay.
we went to we actually went to Disneyland last year for the first time, and we were in what is it, the Outer Rim or the Outpost, and she loved it. It's just she didn't go on any of the rides because it's too scary, but she loved the environment, and just she knowing that she can relate and knowing which characters were. It was kind of fun.
That's really fun, man. And just the fact that you were not a Star Wars guy. So here's what I'm taking from this. You like Darth Locator. You're a numbers. You were just a math nerd, weren't you? You loved all the stats for sports and would that be an accurate assessment?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what Darth Locator is.
Yeah, that's why I can relate to. He's on a whole different level than me. He's living in 2050, but
Yeah,
but yeah, no, that's why I can understand. That's why I like his videos, because I can relate to it a lot.
right, right. Those are my best friends in high school, and still my best friends today. The smartest people in class were my. I don't know why they're hanging out with me, but there you go. So, you're one of those people, man. You're one of the smartest people, Beskar.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
anytime. So, all right. So, what's going on with Darth Revan? Are you working on Darth Revan and Darth Malik right now, or are you gonna?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm kind of in between two grinds right now. I'm going for the Malik grind and Jabba. So I just finished Luke this earlier this year. And I wanted to take a break from the GL, but I was farming it proactively, and I just hated not having a dark side team. So my roster is very light side focused because going back to DL, I was like, why? How can I get into a better guild? And I know everybody was pushing for light side TV, so that's why I built Kenobi and Luke. And then ROT comes out. Now I'm kind of screwed because I can't really contribute to the dark side. So now I'm trying to balance that out, and hopefully with Jabba that'll work out too.
Yeah, you'll be in good shape. I mean, Java is just so important. But I love. I'm not going to yell at you about your Sith Empire because you're working on it.
Yeah, so I actually just unlocked them 3 days ago,
Oh, see,
and yeah, so
everybody, that's how you do it.
yeah, so yeah, and then I have all the currency for Malik. It's just buying them every day. So that's it.
Let me appeal to everybody. Everybody should be just like Beskar. Everyone should strive to be more like Beskar Bandito. That's what I mean. That's the motto of this. Um. So I got one last question for you, and then you can give us any. But where does I know where Beskar comes from. Where does Bandito come? Where does your name originate?
It was just something that was catchy. The whole analytical side of it again. I figured something was catchy if you use the same two letters. So Baskar was a B and Bandito was a B. So that's why I just chose it that way.
All
No,
right.
there's no real history or story behind it.
Good enough, man. Well, is there anything you'd like to share with our the Star Wars Dad family as they move on and they do their farming journey and everything that's going on with the game?
My biggest takeaway from the game is just to have fun. Just remember it's a game. We all stress out and trying to want the next best thing, and everybody. That's the best. That's the beauty of this game is that it's not a race to the finish line because we're all going to get there at some point. It's just some people do it faster, some people pay to get there faster. It's just take your time, enjoy the game for what it is, and just take it one day at a time.
Sounds good, man. Well, I hope you and your daughter keep enjoying Star Wars together, and I'm glad to have you around. Yeah, it's good to talk to you, sir. And we do have an opening in our guild. I think we get off of
Yeah,
here.
I have like at least 20 offers. I'll dig through all of them, but I'll keep that in mind, Nooch. Yeah.
Well, folks, he's got at least 20 offers. Everybody says, stand back. He's got to carry a stick to beat off the offers there. That doesn't. I don't know if that sounds good, but whatever. Anyway, hey, Beskar Bandito, thanks for joining us today.
I appreciate it. Anytime, Nooch.
All right, sir. Everybody out there, thanks for jumping on as well. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Have a great day. And of course, always remember, and Nooch too good.